Hi, it's Mildred Songbird, the Michelle Birdsong in New York City. Happy birthday, Sing Birdsong. Food for the brain. From the book Human by Design. Oh, first of all, I have a question for you, Sing. Are you mad? Okay. I hope you're glad and grateful for this birthday. So, from the book Human by Design, I took these notes by Greg Brayton. He's a scientist and he's a spiritual person. He writes, one of the most curious and fascinating accounts of the long-lived patriarchs that I mentioned previously in the account of the prophet Enoch and the way he left this world, the physical, at the end of his life. I say that he left this world rather than died, because that's what the historical accounts describe in the Bible. He did not die. Okay, and I say if he did not die, let's figure out how he kept living. I'd like to keep living. Okay, the Guru's guiding me. He already said I can have eternal life. And now he's showing me how. Alright, now there's a video I saw earlier tonight. It's called Rewire Your Brain. And it's only about 10 minutes. And the host is Dr. Joe Dispenza. And it's on YouTube at the Fearless Soul channel. And it's about how to heal yourself. 3 brains, he says. These are just notes I took, okay? You can watch it for yourself. I'm just going to give you a preview. Neocortex is one of the brains. It plugs you into 3-dimensional reality. The frontal lobe is the CEO of the brain. Has to do with inventing and your attention and your speculation. It's your creative center. Seat of your conscious mind is the frontal lobe. The back of your brain, called the occipital lobe, is where you process sight or spatial orientation, initiate motor functions or movement, and to feel things with your body, where you make long-term memories, and to distinguish between self and non-self. See, the brain has been mapped out geographically, and this is what he's telling us, the geography of the brain. The first brain allows you to learn things and to have new experiences. That's the frontal lobe. The forebrain, the frontal lobe, makes up 40% of your brain. It's what separates us from all other species. Okay, rewire your brain. Video continued by Dr. Joe Dispenza, a doctor for 31 years. Learning knowledge is stored in your neocortex, called your thinking brain. The next step is to take that knowledge and begin to apply it, to personalize it. His work. Your thoughts can have an effect on your brain, your body, and your life. This is a time in history to know how. It's not enough to know. You got to know how. I'm going to show you how to rewire your brain, he says. Each human being has the potential to heal himself or herself, to become supernatural. I ordered his book, Being Supernatural, from Amazon. I want to know how. Okay. The frontal lobe has been called the area of executive function. Free will, intention. It restrains our emotional reactions. The seat of your conscience or your creative center is the frontal lobe. Every time you learn something new, you make new connections in your brain. Learning is forging new synaptic connections. New research in neuroscience says 1 hour of focused concentration on one concept or idea literally doubles the connections in your brain. That's why Brian Tracy said you need to read an hour a day to keep your brain in good working order. Tony Robbins, when he struck out on a journey to improve himself, read over 700 books on different subjects. That and his personal work on himself is why he's so smart and can offer strategies for getting what you want. Singh taught us that this is the economic plane. Tony Robbins' new book is about how to achieve financial freedom. Dr. Joe says, all of this philosophy, this intellectual data, this theory, this knowledge is stored in your neocortex, your thinking brain. You can get your behaviors to match your intentions. You can get your actions equal to your thoughts. You can get your mind and body working together. You're going to have a new experience if you take the next step and begin to apply that knowledge. In the midst of an experience, all of your 5 senses plug you into an environment. All of that sensory information rushes back to your brain. Jungles of neurons begin to organize themselves into patterns and networks. So then experience then enriches the philosophical circuits in your brain. And when those neurons begin to form into networks, the second brain, called the limbic brain, the emotional brain, the chemical brain, the mammalian brain begins to make a chemical. And that chemical is called a feeling or an emotion. Who knew that emotions were chemicals? Chemical reactions. On 1 hour of focused concentration literally produces physical evidence as a result of your interaction with the environment. See, this is focused concentration and this physical manifestation. You see, I concentrated and I did this and I came up with something physical. Okay? So the moment you feel unlimited, the moment you feel abundant, the moment you feel free of any experience, now you're teaching your body chemically to understand what your mind has intellectually understood. So he had pictures with us with these words. So what you can do, there's a full series about this. You can check it out. But I'm just, whetting your appetite. So we can say that knowledge is for the mind and experience is for the body. And in that moment, you're embodying the truth of that philosophy. And because there's new information coming in from the environment, you're literally beginning to change your genetic destiny by signaling new genes and new waves. And it is the limbic system or the chemical brain that begins to manufacture those chemicals so that your body begins to become chemically instructed. so that your body begins to understand what your mind has intellectually understood. See, he's telling you how to be able to do what you want to do. Now, the limbic brain also has some other functions. It is the seat of your autonomic nervous system. And think of your autonomic nervous system as your automatic nervous system. This is the part of the brain that subconsciously regulates blood sugar levels, hormone levels, temperature, respirative, and heart rate. This is the part of the brain that's giving us life automatically, so that when you begin to manufacture that chemical from an experience, emotional signature from that experience begins to change your body in some way. If you've been able to create that experience once, you should be able to recreate it again. And if you're able to create any experience over and over again, you're going to begin to neurochemically condition your body to begin to work as one. And if you've done something so many times that your body knows how to do it, as well as your mind, now it's innate in you. It's second nature. It's easy. It's automatic. It's familiar. In fact, you've done it so many times that you no longer have to consciously think about it, so that it's become a subconscious program. And that's what they say, we're ruled by our subconscious programming. And he's showing you how to subconsciously program your own brain instead of that we got when we were little kids. Alright? So you can watch the full series at this place here. Okay. GAIA.com. Alright? Happy birthday, Sing Birdsong. Brain food for you. I hope you like it. So